up, YouTube? It's Mike from Mass, and tonight's video is going to be on the common pleco, also known as Hypostomus Plecostomus, if I'm pronouncing that right. Anyway, it's the common pleco, and I'd like to talk a little bit about how it is the planted tank destroyer, if you will, the submarine of the planted tank. It destroys everything. Now, everybody loves a pleco. There's certain kind of plecos you would love to have in your tank. I would recommend a bristlenose pleco. They only get about 4 to 6 inches, and they do actually do some work on your algae and your wood. The common pleco, on the other hand, which everybody loves, all the kids look at the store and, you know, they're about 2 inches in the store and they're nice old sucker fish, and I want that for my tank, I want that for my tank, but they get really big, and I'm talking 12, anywhere from 12 to, I've seen them in my local fish store, almost 20 plus inches. They get huge and they destroy your planted tank. The reason why I know this is because I had a common pleco in this tank, knowing that he was going to get huge. Big mistake, but I needed to get some of the glass. I figured I got a 75, let's get some of the glass taken care of. You know, this guy will eat up all the algae off the glass, but you know what? No. They don't eat up the algae off the glass. They just stick on a piece of wood, and that's where they are. You never see them. You come down, the only time you're going to see them is if you come down at night and sneak down here and spy them out, and maybe they're moving around in your tank or they're on another piece of driftwood. But what usually ends up happening is in the morning you come down and a bunch of your plants are uprooted and they're floating on top. And guess who it is? It's the common pleco. He does it every time, every morning, and it was about time to take him out. So, it took me about an hour and a half, and I dislodged a lot of my plants. As you can see, I have a highly planted tank, lots of driftwood, 75 gallons, so you can imagine me with a net trying to get this pleco out of this tank. Impossible. They're super fast. So what I did was I snuck down here, middle of the night, headlamp on, found them on a piece of wood, took 2 nets, dropped it down, trapped them, finally got them out. Brought him to my local fish store. You know, they gave me $4 store credit, but he's gone. Thank goodness, because every morning I would wake up and my tank was a mess. I'm talking plants floating on top. Now I have some water sprite floating, which I always do, but I mean, I'd have, you know, Ligwigia floating up, more water sprite, Amazon sword, Bacopa Carolina, it'd all be floating on top. And I know it was him. It's not the clown loaches that are going to do that. It's this big pleco that rummages around, and boom, 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 all your plants are floating to the top. He's uprooting everything, and pretty soon, you know, he's actually going to start to eat the plants anyway. So, what am I even talking about? Long story short. Common pleco. They do look cute. They do look awesome. They're really prehistoric looking. They look like a big dinosaur. And if you do want to get a common pleco in your tank, just be prepared that in anywhere from 4, 6, 8 months, they're going to get ginormous and they're going to start causing a lot of trouble. If you don't have a planted tank at all, then, you know, you're good. They're going to eat some algae. They're going to suck on your wood all day long, and if you don't have any wood, they'll probably suck on your glass and get rid of some algae. If you do have a heavily planted tank, do not get a common pleco. They will ruin your tank. Believe me, I know. And I'm sure everybody out there that has a planted tank that has had a common pleco knows they're going to rummage through some shit. So, that's my video. Stay away from the common plecos. Get a bristlenose. They don't get that big. They don't bother the plants. If you want your glass cleaned, use your scraper. Clean it when you do your water changes. You know, if you got a big tank, auto's not going to do it. Siamese algae is not going to do it. Just clean it with your scraper. Stay away from the Hypostomus Plecostomus. And I know I'm pronouncing that wrong, but do not get a common pleco if you have a highly planted tank. This is Mike from Mass, and I'm out.